For almost 5 years, I worked for Apple in various tech support roles, so I have a deep comfort of using an iPhone, all the way from software troubleshooting to repairing it. That said, I find certain aspects of using an iPhone to be a little frustrating. An assistant that struggles to understand me, a lack of customization options, and a camera with limited abilities, to name a few. So, in January, I sold my iPhone, and since then, I've been using the Pixel 7 full-time. So, if you're curious about the Pixel 7, thinking about making the switch, keep watching. iOS and Android have been getting pretty similar lately, which makes switching back and forth between the two of them a lot easier. In 2019, Android introduced the option for a gesture system, similar to iOS on iPhones using Face ID. Then, in 2020, iOS 14 introduced Apple's version of the App Drawer, which Android had already been using for years. Over 3 months in, and I'm still not used to the way that Android handles file management. In Android, your pictures and videos and screenshots, they can be saved in the Photos app, or they can also be saved in a Files app. iOS defaults to saving all your photos and videos in the Photos app, so everything's found in one spot. You can then move these into the Files app that's linked to iCloud Drive. So if you're a Mac user, it's super easy to grab your files on either device and continue working on them. I found workarounds being able to do this with Google Drive, but it's just not quite as seamless as being able to do everything through the Apple ecosystem. Notifications on iOS and Android can be a dividing topic. All this time in, and I do prefer the way that Android handles the notifications. It's much cleaner looking, and it takes up less screen real estate. But there is something I miss from iOS, and that's the badges. iOS shows you a red circle with a number. It tells you the amount of new notifications in that app. Think of new messages or emails as an example. On the Pixel, you only receive a dot on the app that has new notifications, but you have no indication of how many notifications are in that app. As someone who likes to try and keep on top of my emails and my messages, I was sometimes surprised by the amount of emails I actually had in my inbox versus what I thought I had. Google has branded the Pixel the helpful phone. And that's accurate. The Pixel has a lot of small conveniences that help make my day-to-day life just that much easier. You can stop an alarm or timer notification just by saying stop. Your phone can screen a call for you and can wait on hold for you. It'll also help remind you about texts you might need to reply to. The camera of the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro is excellent. On an iPhone, you need to wait for the screen to wake and then either swipe left or long press the camera shortcut on the home screen to open it. When it works, it's a really quick way to get into the camera app, though it can be easy to incorrectly swipe or slightly miss the shortcut. With the Pixel, I love that I can just double press the sleep wake button to quickly open the camera. It becomes very intuitive and is a hard shortcut to mess up. For a more in-depth look at the camera on the Pixel, check out this video where I compared the iPhone 14 Pro to the Pixel 7 Pro. Messaging on Android is still a mess. Overall, using the default Messages app is a pretty good experience, and the photos sent retain most of the quality, though video is just unusable. It might not be the case for everyone, but for myself, I found I needed more messaging apps than usual to accommodate for all the different ways that people wanted to reach me. I'm okay with this, but in the end, each of these apps degrades the quality of video more than using iMessage. All said and done, my experience using the Pixel 7 has been great, especially when I think about how much it costs to get me there. There have been some adjustments to make since most of my contacts use iPhones, but I get to use a current model phone for half the cost of a brand new iPhone. So what's been your experience moving between iOS and Android? Is there something that holds you back? Leave a comment below. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I like the positive reinforcement. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.